Good, happy Sunday morning, May 22nd, 2022. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Sunday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Sunday morning, so let's get started right now. First up, police made 10 arrests while clearing crowd at Hampton Beach. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What does it take to be the best? It takes guts.
All right, Sean, it was a busy day for police here at Hampton Beach. They called in backup from police in local areas, from state police to disperse a large crowd. Take a listen.
It's your final warning. Disperse the area.
Police say they became aware of a well-advertised event on social media and decided to disperse that event. They say fights started to then break out. Police report the group left the sand and formed in the middle of Ocean Boulevard, and traffic there was stopped for about an hour. While police moved the group, they made 10 arrests for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. They do anticipate additional charges of riot. Now, this was all after a busy day at Hampton as many head to the water to try to beat off a steamy forecast.
We've been walking around the boardwalk, feeling the water, getting the breeze.
A lot of stimulation. A lot of people. Like more people than I expected.
Some good news, police say no one was injured out there at Hampton Beach. For now, live in Hampton Beach, Grace Feinerman, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Toddler hit by car in Manchester. Driver arrested. A 17-month-old boy was hit by a car in Manchester Saturday and rushed to the hospital. Manchester police say the toddler ran out of a yard on Lake Avenue Saturday afternoon, then ran up the road where he was hit by a Chevrolet Sonic. The little boy suffered potential serious injuries and was taken for medical treatment. The driver of the car was arrested on charges of driving under the influence of drugs. 55-year-old Michael Norton of Epping is also facing charges of possession of a controlled drug and falsifying evidence. How to protect your pets during summer-like heat in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The past year has tested the toughness of every last one of us. Mandra tractors have been there.
Darwin and Butternut getting their energy out Saturday morning at Hooksett Dog Park before the summer heat moved in. Butternut's owner says there's just one place she wants to be when the temps soar.
When it's too hot out, we stay inside with the AC cranking, and she likes to plant herself right on the vents. So she does pretty good keeping herself cool that way, and plenty of water.
During the winter, we're out here for like an hour or two. But this time of year, maybe a half hour. That's about it.
Veterinarians are expecting an uptick in calls this weekend related to heat issues.
Never leave your animal in a car with the windows up.
Dr. Jay Volinsky says it's most important for pet owners to have access to clean water, as well as shade, ideally inside with air conditioning. Older and younger animals, especially those with breathing challenges, like a bulldog, should mostly be kept in the AC.
Bulldogs and dogs with this squished faces can't move air as well as other dogs.
Heat stroke is less common in cats, but Dr. Volinsky says it can happen.
If you ever see a cat that's breathing with its mouth open, that is something that is never normal.
When in doubt, talk to a professional if you suspect your pet may be in trouble.
If you see that a dog is starting to become lethargic, inactive, or if it starts vomiting after being out in the heat, or will show weakness when it's out in the heat, that's a reason that you probably want to have it checked out by a veterinarian.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Marine Patrol. Prevention is key to staying safe on the water. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Mainly Tubbs is celebrating 44 years of delivering relaxation, and that means huge savings for you.
Well, Mike, you can see it behind me. People are escaping the heat over here at Hampton Beach. Now, officials say they're not just here at the beach, but they're also at lakes, over at ponds. They are stressing safety, though, and they're saying the key to safety is prevention. So even though the air outside feels hot, officials say to keep in mind the water is still chilly. So if you're heading out onto the water, here are some tips. Tell someone where you're going and when you're expected to be back. Pay attention to water conditions. Plus, make sure you have the vital equipment on your boat, including throw rings, fire extinguishers, and life jackets. Now, kids under the age of 13 are required by law to wear secured life jackets, but they're highly recommended for everyone on board, according to Marine Patrol.
86% of the people nationally who drown were not wearing life jackets. When we look in New Hampshire specifically, last year in 2021, we had 17 drownings, and many of which were attributed to people not having life jackets.
And as it does get more crowded here at the beach, the police chief is urging people to obey the law. Just last week, 30 people were arrested in reports of underage drinking and fighting. Live at Hampton Beach, Grace Feinerman, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Threat scam aims to manipulate your emotions, scare you into acting quickly. Let's take a listen to that video from WGAL.
The past year has tested the toughness of every last one of us. Mandra tractors have been
a threat scam that targets your family. This one will get your attention very quickly, and it's downright evil. It's designed to scare you into acting quickly to protect your family without you thinking rationally. So right now, I want to show you an email from Joel Persing, who checked his emotions, and he saved himself from this scam. Joel writes, I got a call from a man who was supposedly my son who was involved in a car accident. He was arrested and was in tears and could barely talk. Then, the supposed lawyer called a little while later with many details, including injuries to my son and the bond that was needed for his release. We immediately got ready to head for the bank. And then the lawyer said they took my son's phone. So I thought, let's call him on his own phone and see. My son answered, at work. He was not in tears. He was fine, as was everyone in his family. Scams like this work when they manipulate your emotions. They either make you very happy by telling you that you won, say, $2 million, or they scare you and your family and they threaten you. Fortunately, this viewer controlled their emotions and made the smart move. Remember, if you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam. I'm Brian Roach, on your side, WGAL News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.